So, sir, friends, we can calculate purchase consideration under three different ways. First one is lump sum method, second payment basis method, third assets takeover method. Coming to first one, lump sum amount might have been given in the question paper itself. So, the lump sum amount normally is given. So, that amount which is payable is known as lump sum method of calculating purchase consideration. Let us take an illustration. A Limited agreed to acquire a business of E Limited as on 31st May 2020 for a consideration of 50 lakh rupees. So, here A Limited is taking business of E Limited for 50 lakh rupees. So, that 50 lakh rupees is known as purchase consideration. This 50 lakh rupees may be discharged either in the form of shares or in the form of shares and debentures. Sometimes shares, debentures are cash, under cash. Okay? So, now we shall move on to payment basis. What are the payments to be made will be given like? How many shares are to be given? How many debentures are to be issued? How much cash to be paid, etc. is to be known and it is to be added up. For example, then aggregate value of such items, the total value of that such item will be a purchase consideration. How many shares are given to be taken, how many debentures given to be added, and if cash is also given, that is also to be added. If you add all these three, you come to arrive at purchase consideration. So, purchase consideration here is equal to number of shares into issue price plus number of debentures into issue price plus cash or other assets given. Okay? Illustration. Next. Friends, let us have an illustration here. A Limited agreed to acquire the business of E Limited as on 31st May 2020 when E Limited had capital as under 20,000 10% preference shares of 100 rupees each. Here simply for the sake of example I have taken 100, otherwise companies are bound to issue. Okay, preference shares can be issued at 100 rupees each for 20 lakh rupees. 40,000 equity shares of 100 rupees were given, only 10 rupees they can be issued. For 40,000 equity shares of 100 rupees each, so it comes out to 40 lakh rupees. Preference shares amount comes to 20 lakh rupees and 9% debentures of 10 lakh rupees. The consideration payable by A Limited was agreed as under. So, A Limited had 20 lakh rupees worth of preference shares, 40 lakh rupees worth of equity shares and 10 lakh rupees worth of debentures. Now, A Limited is agreed to pay the following. The 10% preference shareholders of E Limited were to be settled at 8% premium by allotment of 9% preference shares of 100 rupees each at a discount of 10%. Equity shareholders to be allotted 6 equity shares of 100 rupees each issued at a premium of 20% and 40 rupees cash against every 5 shares held. Coming to the debentures, 9% debenture holders of E Limited to be paid 8% premium by 8% debentures at 10% discount. Now, you are asked to calculate the purchase consideration with this. So, computation of purchase consideration. For whom we will pay? For preference shareholders, the capital was 10 lakhs as you know it is given. Premium payable to them is given in the problem 1,60,000. Okay, premium to shareholders. Okay, are you clear now? So, it comes to 21,60,000. Coming to equity shareholders, how many equity shareholders are there? Actually, 40 lakh divided by 100 is equal to 40,000 equity shares will be there. For every 5 shares, how many shares are issued? 6 shares are issued. So, 40,000 divided by 5 into 6 is equal to 48,000 shares are to be issued. At what rate they are to be issued? At 120 rupees. Because 20 rupees premium we are taking, 100 plus 20, 120 rupees. 48,000 shares at 120 rupees per share comes out to 57,60,000. Okay. So, here calculations are given this side. 9% preference shares at a discount capital comes to 1,60,000 divided by 9. At a discount we are issuing, so 100 comes to 24 lakhs, less discount 2,40,000. net value 21 lakh 60,000. They are given equity share capital 48 lakhs and premium 9 lakh 60,000. ಅದನ್ನು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಅದು ಇದನ್ನು ಇದನ್ನು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಫಾರ್ ಹೂಮ್ ಓಕೆ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಹೌ ಮಚ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಗಿವನ್ 40 rupees per share. For every 5 shares 40 rupees is given. 40,000 divided by 5 is equal to into 40, it comes to 3,80,000. That is given the of cash. So purchase consideration as per accounting standard 14 comes out to, look at here. Yeah, 21 lakh 60,000, 57 lakh 60,000 and 3 lakh 20,000. Totally it comes to 82 lakh 40,000. Here in this computation of purchase consideration, payment to debenture holders is not added because as per accounting standard 14 it is not to be taken. That's why we have not taken it. Purchase consideration is calculated by considering preference share capital, equity share capital and cash given. So you know that preference share shareholders get 21 lakh 60,000, for equity shares 57 lakh 60,000 is given and cash given is 3 lakh 80,000. If you add these three, you get 82 lakh 40,000. For debenture holders, we pay, their amount is 10 lakh, 8% premium is to be payable, so it comes to 80,000. 10 lakh plus 80,000 is equal to 10 lakh 80,000. How they are paid? They are paid at a discount of 10%. Debenture holders, capital is actually, debenture capital 12 lakh, discount on debentures 1 lakh 20,000. Okay, 1 lakh 20,000. So net value payable to debenture holders is 10 lakh 80,000. So 10 lakh rupees debentures are issued at a discount of 10%, means 1 lakh 20,000 to be lessened from that. So 10 lakh 80,000 net value of the debentures are given. So 12 lakh rupees face value of debentures are given for the debenture holders. Okay. As per accounting standard 14, purchase consideration is what is payable to the shareholders of transferor company and hence it can be accounted at 82 lakh 40,000 and the liability of debenture holders of A be taken over together with other liability and discharged by E Limited altogether, allotting its debentures to them. But that should not be added in the purchase consideration. It is already discussed with you. Okay. Now we shall move on to the third method of computing purchase consideration, that is assets taken over basis. If A or B as above is not given, then this method is applicable. If we are not asked to calculate either by first method, if its amount is not given, that we cannot take. B method is also not given, then we ultimately go for this assets taken over basis method only. Information pertaining to A method and or B method is not there in the problem, then we go for the C method, that is assets taken over method. Here purchase consideration is equal to assets taken over at agreed value plus goodwill if it is to be considered, plus goodwill minus liabilities taken over. Assets taken over at agreed value plus goodwill if to be considered minus liabilities taken over. Assets taken over plus goodwill minus liabilities taken over is equal to purchase consideration. While taking over the assets, fictitious assets or expenses not written off should not be added. Only other assets, fictitious assets are not real assets, they should not be added. And general reserves and funds etc., which represent undistributed profits should not be deducted while calculating purchase consideration. That is to be noted. We will stop here. We shall have a break for a minute.